Today we're with the remarkable Penny Dudley from Second Chance in Umhlali. Welcome to the Vuvuzela, Penny.
Thanks, Mandy. It's lovely to have all of you here, especially after lockdown.
Excellent. Penny, tell us a little bit more about your business, how you've been coping in lockdown with your staff and with your clients.
So I think as much as we anticipated the lockdown coming, it still came as quite a shock. And for us scrambling around trying to find a place to put everything and secure everything and saying goodbye to our team members was awful. So the minute level 4 came in and there was a possibility of opening, I looked at winter essentials and what we could do to help our staff more than anything. I mean, we have 19 staff members, 3 of which have 6 children, and they shut down in this little room. So it was also about keeping their morale up and letting them know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. So it took a couple of days, myself with my 2 sons behind closed doors, just trying to move non-essentials into 2 parts of the shop, and then complying with the law and opening just a third of the shop and filling it with those winter essentials or essential items, and then getting in contact with the staff, getting in contact with them, although I'd been in touch with them during lockdown, and putting them on a shift basis, again, to comply with the law. So we had 30% of our staff here, and amazingly, everybody just got it right. So Monday morning dawned and there was still a bit of scrambling around to do as to what was essential, what wasn't, or winter essentials. But I'd had a lengthy discussion with Captain Maharaj on the Sunday and discussed what I thought would be essentials, and he said weren't, that there was a grey area, in particular beds falling into that grey area. And then a lot of people had spent most of their time during lockdown cleaning out their garages and sorting. So we got these phone calls saying, oh, you open, can we bring you goodies? But that side of our business is just not allowed at the moment. So we had to focus on what we had and what we could use to sell and help people with. Over and above all of that, Mandy, it was also being able to give my staff a sense of lifting their morale. They had been locked down, and a lot of us had come up to Cindy's during lockdown, and this just felt so dead. So for me, as over the weekend, I thought, I've got to get this going, if not for myself, but for my staff, for our community, and just breathe a bit of life and positivity back in. And so we did, and yes, we were exceptionally nervous, but happy, and it's lovely to be here. And then people like you arrive, and it's even better.
Oh, thank you so much, Penny. And then on top of all of this, you've got 2 incredible community projects. Tell us quickly a little bit about those.
Oh, me quickly?
Yeah, no, not going to happen.
It doesn't really happen. But Capit started really December sort of time, and it's about collecting the caps off 2-litre bottles, off any bottle actually, even your Clover milk ones, the big ones. And we started doing chains and just livening up, and that all came about as people actually stealing our chains off, and I thought there's got to be something in this. And every day that I walked, I would see these caps lying all over the place, and they're so easily noticeable once you start focusing on them. And we had a guy working with us who had come in to help us clear out on a temporary basis, and I realized that he was actually hard of hearing and 5 children at home, and I couldn't afford to take on another staff member. So it kind of all came together at the time where I said to him, if I collect these caps, will you wash them and then drill a hole through them? And I came up with a chain idea, and it gave him work for 2 days of the week, which then went to 3 days. And so that, but also the fact that I just felt that color, it just makes you happy. Like, you have to look at it and you just get happy. And once I started with the chains, it just never ended. And then I wanted the community to drop off their caps and get involved. And my staff came up with this.
Brilliant.
Everybody had a bit of a turn doing that. So that was before. And then I was hoping that during lockdown, while everyone was dreaming that their 2-litre Coke was a Clippies in Coke, they would just pop that cap, keep it, drop it off. and it'll give us something to do. I actually send home with my staff now, so that it's another way of me being able to generate a bit of income for them. And so the second initiative, if I can say this and it doesn't sound inappropriate, was inspired by lockdown. I think we all had a bit more time to chat to people that you'd got out of touch with because you're so desperately trying to make ends meet, stressed, kids, family, everything. So we would make the vegetable boxes, and we would put inside each vegetable box the details for the farmer inland of where they could go and buy wholesale vegetables and succulents. And because, I mean, them being so far out there, they don't get the exposure of traffic or people chatting, and they're not really the social media type of people. So, and they're good people. So this was also a way of helping people who were also just trying to help their staff. Basically, people with integrity who deserved it, who deserved to come out of this with something, you know. So that's how we got it going. So we do the boxes. We don't have a license to sell plants, but vegetables falls under essentials, and so that's what we're doing. We'll put a few veggies in, and we'll also direct you to them, and in some way we keep their staff going, we keep our staff going, and happy days.
Oh, Penny, it's been absolutely incredible being with you today. Thank you so much for your time. Really, really appreciate it. And we'll be sharing Penny's details with you all if you want to get in touch with her. Second Chance in Umhlali. And for those of you who may have a story to share with us, remember you can email us on hello@thevuvuzela.co.za and catch up with us on our social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube.